Retail marijuana has been on sale since November. With that comes the possible increase in the number of people driving under the influence of marijuana. Western Mass News reporter James Villalobos rode along with Northampton Police to find out what they look out for and how they're cracking down.
Matt Montini has been a police officer for 5 years, but for 2 of those, he has worked as one of the 3 Northampton Police Department's DRE, which stands for Drug Recognition Expert. A DRE typically comes into play when someone is arrested for operating under the influence, typically by another officer.
The officer, sees some level of impairment in an operator, but doesn't see the traditional signs of alcohol intoxication, such as, the odor of alcohol and the glassy and bloodshot eyes.
Matt tells Western Mass News that since retail marijuana went on sale, they haven't seen a drastic increase in OUIs.
You can find somebody who's operating under the influence any time of the day and any day of the week. I would say it probably picks up a little bit in the evening hours. People being out, going to parties, going to and from bars and things like that. Right this way.
What exactly does an OUI test look like? To find out, we joined Matt for a few hours.
Just in the course of driving around and being on patrol, obviously we're watching the traffic around us and looking for anything that they're doing that might be a moving violation or anything that could be an indicator that the operator of the vehicle is impaired.
Matt says that can include anything ranging from unnecessary braking to driving unusually slow.
Being under the influence of alcohol or really any drug impairs your ability to divide your attention and do multiple things at once. Well, you're getting into a car, you're starting it, you're putting it into gear, you're focusing on getting out of the parking space and maneuvering the parking lot. One of those things that can get forgotten is turning your headlights on.
And that's something we saw a lot of this night.
The car 2 cars up, the second one in front of us doesn't have any lights on.
That alone is a reason for Matt to pull over the driver.
237, 1050.
The people inside the car immediately knew why.
Hi, how you guys doing tonight?
Hi, sorry, I just realized I put my light.
That's okay. My name's Officer Montini with the Northampton Police Department.
Matt says they knew they made a mistake, but they were willing to do a sobriety test.
Go ahead and stand with your feet, heels, and toes together, just like mine are, and your hands down by your side, all right? And look at my pen. Follow it as it moves with your eyes only, okay?
Matt is looking at his pupils because it gives officers some sort of roadmap of what category of drugs someone may be impaired by. It's then followed by having the man walk in a straight line.
From that starting position, take 9 heel-to-toe steps, counting each one out loud.
1, 2, 3.
The man is then asked to raise whichever foot is more comfortable for him and hold it 6 inches off the ground while counting out loud. Followed by,
all I want you to do is count down from 73 to 62.
The man was ultimately cleared since he showed no signs of being under the influence, and Matt continued his patrol, which includes staking out in densely populated areas and looking for speeders, as well as running plates. Soon after, another car is spotted and pulled over for not having their lights on, but this person is released with just a warning. And again,
there was a van up here that had no lights on.
The common theme, which Matt says is dangerous at night, and reiterates that it may be just one sign that someone is driving under the influence. Given his experience, Matt tells Western Mass News that he feels like the law needs to catch up and impose stronger sanctions on drivers under the influence of drugs.
Operating under the influence of drugs has been there for quite some time as well. Unfortunately, under the law, that charge doesn't carry as much weight in terms of license suspensions and sanctions that the RMV imposes.
And to those who decide to operate under the influence, Matt says,
just realize that they're putting everybody on the road at risk, including themselves and their passengers, and stay home if you want to do stuff like that.
In Northampton, James Villalobos, Western Mass News.